So you import BulletPro into Shmup Boss. Going to hit import. Okay, so once you have BulletPro inside, you can of course read the quick guides and store. This is not a tutorial about BulletPro, mostly just how to use it inside Shmup Boss. Let me, for example, open up one of the example scenes. So this one, you'll see over here that this is the receiver. So BulletPro needs a bullet receiver and a bullet emitter. I think you have here quick prefabs for them. And the bullet receiver has, once it receives the bullet, it activates this method. Let me just open up the killable character. So you have here, where did it go? Oh, this one. This is the only method that you need. We'll just add this method to the receiver, and we'll add something to the shooter, and we're done. Just one quick note, important note about BulletPro. It has two types of it uses its own system of collisions. It doesn't use the Unity's collider system, and it has this either a sphere collider or a line collider. So this means, for example, let me open up this one. In Shmup Boss, the depth is, depends on the camera, where on the camera Z position. So things have different depth. So if you want to use BulletPro, you will need to, let me get rid of the music. So if you need to use BulletPro inside Shmup Boss, you will have to put everything on the same index, on the same depth index. Let me show you. I'll just use 50 for everything now. I'll use this one 50, and I'll go into the finite. Let me just modify the first wave only. We just here to demonstrate how it works. And this one. So I'll put this one on 50. It's 40, let's make it 50, so that everything is on the same depth. Okay, so let me first add the emitter. So I'll go into this one. So this is the player, and I'll add it over here. You can add it anywhere, but just because this rotates, oops. This one rotates like this when it goes left and right, so I'm going to add it to the stable rotation. Let me just drop quickly the prefabs. So here we have an emitter. Okay, so now we're done. We have a bullet emitter, but for it to start shooting, it has play at start. What if you don't want it to play forever? You just want it the same as Shmup Boss. So I'm going to modify the script, only a small modification, which should be very easy. This is why I'm doing the tutorial using BulletPro. Or tell you what, I'm not going to use it. Here we have public pro.emitter, I think. Yeah. Let's make an array.
I probably should have just made a single one instead of an array to make it look easier. And if emitter else emitter dot play, I think play, yeah. So basically we just referenced a bullet emitter, an array, so that you can have multiple emitters, and I just check that they are not empty, and then in the player shooter, when it's fired, it plays. And I'll do the same to make it stop. Okay. So we have, where is the player shooter? Here. So let me just add one bullet emitter, the one we just added now. And this bullet emitter is using this profile, which you can see the settings. And what I'm concerned with is the collision tags. It hits the player, so let's make it hit the enemy instead, because this is the player. We'll make the enemies hit the player. And let me hit play. Let me disable first all the bullets so that we don't get mixed up. Where are the old bullets? They are somewhere here. Player ammunition weapons. Yeah, I'm just going to delete that, and inside, just to make sure that they are not here. Okay, let's hit play. Bullet emitter can't available bullets. I forgot to add the BulletPro system, which I think you can add it from somewhere from here. I think not from edit. Where was it? Component, not component. Tools, BulletPro, setup scene. Okay, I think, I'm just going to leave it at the defaults. And I have my own bullets. You can choose any. Now, of course, these are not hit because I don't have a receiver. So I'm going to add a receiver to them and add the special function, which I think maybe might be tricky for some people. So this is the enemy we need to modify. I'm going to hit here and let me look for the receiver. Okay, let's put it up here, makes no difference. Okay, so this is the bullet receiver, and as you can see, this is the hitbox. I'm going to make it as this. But by the way, you still need to have a collider for the enemy, just so that it can despawn when it goes out. I mean the normal collider. So you keep the normal collider and you add this special emitter for the bullets. Now, this is the tricky part. When a player bullet hits it, it needs to do something. Right now, it doesn't do anything. So I'll go into the enemy and I need to modify this script. I'll go to the basic agent one and I'll look for the damage or hit, take hit, and I'll add my own function. By the way, I just basically copied this one over here. It's no biggie. So I'm going to, from the killable character, I just saw what he did in his script and did it here. But instead, let's make it the same formula, take hit, and instead here, this is important. Now it's taking the Shmup Boss bullet instead of the BulletPro one. Just make sure here you add, to make a distinction, I kept it, I didn't add the namespace of BulletPro. Okay, now you're good. Before that, it had an issue. And here, oops, why did I delete it too soon?
Once it hits, it will activate the take hit, and it will get this one. And I'll just explain what I just did now. Okay, I think we are good. Now we are good. So I just added the method that will be compatible with this event. Where was this event? One moment. So this is the method over here. It needs a method which has this arguments or parameters, bullet, and I am just going to add, for example, one. I'm going to add the enemy, and from here, where's the enemy? Take hit. You see, I think it's this take hit. Yeah, we're good, I guess. And did we? I didn't see. Let me show you the power level. The power level is located over. Where is it? Where is it? My power level. Bullet emitter. Bullet emitter. See, power level. Let's make it 100. Everything dies once it hits the bullets. So it's, you just see it's just any custom parameter, but it has this one, and we just added it in the receiver, and the receiver, I think it had a tag of enemy. I need to check. Let me check first. No, I didn't. Let me check the tag. This is the problem. This is an enemy. So it has the bullet receiver of an enemy, and it's being hit by a bullet emitter which has also an enemy tag. You know, the tags are maybe the only tricky part, and modifying that function. You see, you're done. That's it. Now you have the other wave doesn't have the proper receiver. That's why it wasn't hit. Let me just show you one to emphasize one more thing. Once the enemies come, if you see on the scene, so everything on the same, it's flat. You see, this is the collision for the player, the enemies, and the bullets. That's because it's not a Unity 2D system where things can be far apart and still hit. It's like a 3D collision. So that's the only thing to watch out for. But I think there is a neat trick that you can do. Let me, for example, just to go over here and change this one to 45. I assume. Let me see the camera depth. Yeah, that will need something around 5. Let me show you the clever trick I came up with. So you see, this is the bullet receiver. So if I just move it like here, so you see, because the camera is orthographic, I'm hoping it will work. Let me, actually this is the first time I test it, but I think it will work. Oh, it didn't, for some reason. Because they rotate. I don't think I have a stable rotation for them. You could use a stable rotation, or for now, I'm just going to remove this component so that, you know, it doesn't rotate. Let's see if it's working. It's working. Now let me show you. You see, now they are not on the same level, but the colliders are, so that's why it hits it. And one final thing, let me for the enemy, you don't need to change any of the scripts, because the pattern itself, you know, you can put it at play at start. Once the enemy is spawned, it will start firing. But for the boss, you might need to do some changes, you know. But if you want to do some changes, you do them. You just open up the script and see how it's done, and you just do the play and stop, just the same I've done with the player. Let me just show you here, because it's play at start, and I've picked this pattern from the enemy, and you'll see it has the tag. Where is it? The tag of the player. And that's it. The player is shooting BulletPro bullets, and the enemy is shooting the enemy bullets. But because I didn't put a receiver at the player, it's not hitting me. But you get the idea.